Hey everybody, it's Anna. Welcome to the Wednesday card in this week's tarot story. Today we have the Queen of Wands reversed. So wands are connected to the element of fire. They're about feeling enlivened, impassioned, confident, inspired. And the queen is the expansive principle of the court card. So she's the one who broadens the energy, makes it bigger, makes it more inclusive of other people. So when we see this card upright, we see there's this sunny, gregarious, charismatic queen who's sort of sitting in the middle of all of her glory, and she draws others to her. That is the nature of her energy. She is a light in the world, and people want to be near her. So we imagine this is a very like the life of the party, the one that gets everyone excited, gets everyone enlivened, is really resilient and buoyant, and people want to be around her. There's also this little black cat here, which reminds us that she is she's beautiful and social and charismatic, and she's also a bit witchy. So she's got a lot of magic flowing here. So when this card is upright, it suggests to me we are broadening the experience of our passion in the world by allowing others to draw near us. We're being visible. We're being seen in the world. And because of that, people are naturally drawn to our energy. And when they are able to get in touch with their own passion, their own inspiration. And so the energy of the wands expands because people are now responding to the vortex of our magic and finding their own. Now, when this card comes to us reversed, it often suggests to me that we need to experience our own magic a bit more intentionally. Now, this can happen because when we are in the world doing things, we get very focused on serving others, like making our magic manifest, providing blessings, providing energy for others, and to the point that we may be doing that almost exclusively and not really engaging what makes us light up, what makes us on fire. So the direction of this card then is to be intentional about experiencing your own magic for your own sake. That means really pay attention to what excites you, listening to your own intuition and following your own passion. And the reason I think this is a really good card for this week is because we started the week with the Nine of Swords. And we talked about how the mind seems to be stuck on this threshold moment. Like the mind is almost ready to release an old paradigm, an old mindset, an old structure. But right here at the end, it gets cold feet, which is normal. That's what the mind does. So how do we help the mind relax and step over the threshold? It's important to not bully the mind. I think that sometimes we do that, and sometimes we feel like we don't have any choice. Like when especially if we're younger, we sort of white knuckle ourselves over the threshold point. But as you get older, I think you get a little more patient, you get a little more holistic. The mind is a part of ourselves. We don't want to bully it. We want to help it refocus, right? And so this is a great card for helping the mind refocus. The reason the mind gets stuck is because it is chasing its own delusions, right? It's imagining what might happen. It's remembering what did happen. None of these things are currently existing in the world. They're not part of the reality, but the mind creates them in itself as a reality. And then it responds to all of these fears and projections and what ifs and all that stuff, right? So the way you help the mind refocus is by getting it to focus on the present moment. That's why meditation is always about going to the breath or doing mantras that help you come into the body, because the body is living in the present moment, right? The body isn't living in the future or the past. It's right here. This is where all the magic is. So if we can get our minds to kind of step back from that distraction of a delusion and focus here, it is able to get an experience of where real magic is. That's definitely true of this card. The wands are about passion, invigoration, energy, right? Which is happening here. And also it's about magic that can only be created and evoked here in the present moment. So when you follow your passion, when you do it for yourself, you're deliberately sort of pursuing the things that make you feel vital, make you feel alive, get your engines revved up. When you do that, you give the mind an opportunity to refocus on the present moment. The mind is now interested in what is happening, interested in this fun new adventure. And that means it's not focusing on this other stuff. In addition, since your magic is in the present moment, the mind gets a glimpse of your true power and your true magic, and it begins to relax on what might happen in the future. Because the truth is, whatever happens in the future, you're going to handle it. You're going to handle it just fine. You're going to bring your resources and your magic, and you're going to figure out what happens next. And really, because we only live in the present moment, you can't solve that problem if it even shows up. You can't solve it until you get there. But once you get there, you've got your magic. So no problem. So you want the mind to have some more experience of your magic, to kind of identify your experience as a magical evoker of passion and energy, so that it can feel confident that whatever happens, you've got it nailed. So that's Wednesday's card. See you tomorrow for our next one. Bye.